Marauders, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be installing Outback Motortek Rackless rack system to install Rackless bags onto the side of the motorcycle, and also Outback Motortek's rear rack on the 2026 KTM 390 Adventure R. I've already installed the Outback Motortek engine guard or crash bars, which was a very good installation. And now to install the Rackless system on the side, I got to remove 2 bolts that are holding the foot pegs in on each side, 2 bolts that hold the rear, I want to say the rear fender, inner fender onto the bike, and then 2 bolts underneath to install the rear rack system. Rear rack system will remove a bolt underneath and 1 bolt here, but both bolts have to come out for the Rackless system, and I'll show you as we get along in the video. Quick look. These are very excellent quality on the powder coating. This is the Rackless system that goes on the side of the bike, and then this is the rear rack system that will bolt onto the rear top of the bike. I'm happy that this motorcycle, you can set it up with spools to use a rack on it. I think I call it a rack or rear tire lift on it, which I like it very much. It makes it much easier to work on the bike side to side. I wish I had a Harley stand that would do that. Okay, let's get to work. For the Rackless system on the side of the bike, the 2 bolts, 6mm bolts, need to come out that hold the foot peg assembly in place. I think this is just going to fall off then. And then the 2 upper bolts that hold the inner side of the fender, inside of the fender in place. And this bolt comes out for the rear rack, and then there's a bolt underneath. So I'm going to put the rear rack loosely in place, the Rackless system loosely in place, and then install the rear rack mounts. We'll see how this goes. There's no videos of this online. Outback Motortek does give you, you can download their instructions and print them paper instructions, which I did, but there's not a lot to it. You got to do a little thinking on your own. This has a little spacer. I don't know if you reuse that or not. I really like it. 12mm bolt that needs to be removed. Let's pop that off. Okay, we're back on track. There's 2 bolts that are right next to each other. I think I do the inner bolt, which is a 12mm bolt. So what I think I'm going to do is rough out one side how you're going to do it. So I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to do this one side as a test fit for the opposite side, because those bolts are holding on the other side the fender on and the rear tail tighty on. So let's try doing that. Let me get reset up to put this stuff back, put the stuff on, and we'll go from there. If this goes on as fast as it seems like it's going to go on, it's actually going to be quite amazing. And I don't know why well, I'd love to tell you for sure I know what I'm doing, but I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. Okay. So let's rough this into place. And this is going to be quite a bit of juggling. The directions aren't so clear, but I believe this is how this goes on. And let's just start this peg bolt, foot peg bolt. Let's just start that. So that goes on like that. And we're going to put the rear bolt in up here with the spacer that goes on the inside. Are you with me? Come on, Cheros. So that's how that goes. And we're not going to put this bolt in yet because that goes on the rack system. Now I'm going to spin this up, and I think I used the wrong bolts already. Yeah, I'm using the wrong bolts. Okay, come on, Cheros. Let's do this again. I'm going to hang this foot peg on 1 bolt, like so. Actually, I'm going to hang it on 2. And this one's going to get a spacer, this little spacer. Slide it in, and it fell out. I don't know why it's not a full spacer. Okay, and it fell out again. Let's just get that in there. Okay, so that's hung like that. Then this upper piece gets long bolts, but this long bolt holds the rack. So we're going to do this. I'm going to put in the rear bolt with a short spacer, and that's going to get tucked in behind the foot peg. And then this is going to get loosely mounted. See the spacer on it? Okay, so that's in like that. Then this is really going to blow your mind. This bolt, longer bolt, comes with a 17.5. It comes with the racks, upper rack system, comes with a 17.5 millimeter spacer. So that is going to be installed over the top with the rack system. So let me just give me a minute here. So we're gonna put this spacer, and all the bolts have Loctite. This spacer is going to go behind here, which now I can't get in. This is a little bit of a puzzle, guys. No doubt about it. Okay, so I have the spacer back there. Then this rack is gonna go on like that with a spacer, the 17.5 millimeter spacer on it, which is this. So this is gonna go on. This is all gonna be hanging here, muchachos. Long spacer, is this right? No, that doesn't seem right. Is this right? This seems right. Okay, and then this bolt goes up underneath with another spacer, if you can see it. Did you catch that? Because I sure as hell didn't. I'm kind of like spaced out over it. I think that's how it goes. Okay, don't ask me if I got this right. This is kind of crazy. Okay, so that's kind of how it looks. I'm gonna snug these up more than they are. And that frickin' that spacer keeps spinning around. I'm gonna lose a finger holding the spacer in. Okay, let's try doing this now. Okay, the spacer stayed in. Okay, let's pause, take a minute to pause for the cause to figure something out here. Again, the 15 millimeter spacers go in here. So let's try to get this set up again and get these spacers in. The 15 millimeter spacers go in here, and then the 17.5 millimeter spacer goes between the Rackless system and the upper rack with a longer bolt that comes with the upper rack. So that's how that goes. I think my spacers are right. And then I have a spacer under here. I think all this is right. So I'm gonna snug it up. I don't like how this bar is seated. I'm not sure why it's seated like that, but I am going to tighten this lower section up, and that spacer is held in there. So the lower bar is set up. The upper bar is still loose. Okay, I think this is somewhat right. I'm gonna tighten up this bolt that holds the rear rack up with a spacer like that. Let's tighten that up. We're flying here. Okay, this is a 6 millimeter bolt that's tapered. Let's snug that up. This is really not hard. It's just all to doing both at once, but this is what I wanted. And for those of you who don't know, what I like about this is, I'll leave that a little loose. What I like is it protects the side of the bike, especially when I put a bag on it. And it will, when the bags are on it, it's really gonna protect the bike if it goes down. And plus I have storage. So this is all looking, these spacers are right. This is snugged up down here. I'm gonna pull the bolts on the other side. You're beginning to see how it's gonna come together. Sorry for the confusion. Frankly, I'll be honest with you. There's confusion because I'm confused. Okay, let's get over to the other side. Oh boy, never know how this is gonna go, right? I think I have my spacers memorized. Don't ask me if I know for sure, but I think. I got Loctite. So we'll put one of these bolts back in for the pegs. We'll get it started. So that's started. Then I'm going to put my spacers up here. My 15 millimeter spacers started in the top. So we'll rest, the bottom mount is notched to fit on that bolt like so. I have my spacer at the top and that started. And then we have another 15 millimeter spacer that goes inside like so. And then we have the rack goes on like this with a spacer in between that I gotta hold. Let's do the rack, set the rack bolt up. So this is our 17.5 millimeter spacer, our longer bolt that comes in the upper rack kit. I got this wrong. Let's try this again. This is my 15 millimeter spacer with my longer bolt. Spacer comes in the Rackless kit. This is spinning my brain. Bada bing. Okay. And then this bolt has another spacer. Bada bing. Wow. Wow, so that's on, and I think we're right now. I got this oddball bolt, one more bolt down here for the foot pegs to put in, and that gets that C spacer. Si senor. Si senor. Okay, that goes in behind, I believe, the foot peg mount, and I gotta hold that. So let's snug up the foot peg mounts like I did before. Hold the spacer, we'll snug the top one. Let's snug up the bottom. I have my spacers in behind it, right? Yep. Okay, let's snug these up a little better than what they are. Hold on, Comancheros. All right, I'm gonna leave those loose. Woohoo, she's looking pretty good, huh? All right, let me get the bolts out and we'll take you up on top. Okay. So this is the upper rack that now I have to bolt onto the upper rack mounts. And they give you, both these mounts are loose. They give you these bolts, I wanna say there's 13/16 Allen head with a 13 millimeter nylon nut on the bottom. So we'll put, and it's tapered. Ricochet rabbit. Okay, this is not going to be easy. Okay, so my finger's holding one bolt down there. I did not put Loctite in. These are nylon nuts. All right, she started. We got another one. You're watching how I'm doing this? Don't ask me how. On the tip of my finger. Ricochet rabbit. Let's try coming in from the other side. No, not good that way. Okay, let's try it again here. Now, I'll tell you what I do sometimes. Ball up a piece of tape, which isn't staying bald. Gorilla Tape's not being very gorilla-y. Put the bolt nut on the piece of tape. Oh, we'll let the camera roll here. It's working. The tape was too wide. Again, the tape's hitting. Oh, I can see it. Tape technique worked. Let's try it on this one. Tape technique worked. Okay, let's try it this one. Did I put the washers? You're not going to believe this. I put the washers on the wrong side, and there is no way the washers, I'm going to be able to get the washers on the bottom. Holy crap. The washers are supposed to go on the bottom. There is no way. So the ones I just did, I have to redo because I put the washers on the top. Okay, so I got to redo all these. I'm not going to show it on camera because I put the washers on the top, and there is no way I'm going to be able to get these washers on the bottom. Sorry, Outback Motortek. There's no way I'm going to get these nuts on the bottom with washers. I'm good, but not that good. Okay, so let me try to redo them. I'm going to try to, I can reach this one with a bolt, kick the washer out, screw it back in. Okay, that worked. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to snug these up more than that they are. Not looking forward to doing that, but I'm going to snug these up better than what they are. And you know what? Maybe I'm going to snug up the side mounts and then do these because these are started. No, I'm going to snug them up a little, then do the side mounts. Catch it when I'm done. Let's take a look. So if you can see it, that's that odd spacer, that horseshoe spacer that goes in there behind the rear foot peg mount. These are the two bolts. The mount for the Rackless system is notched. It goes in behind the foot peg here, foot peg mount here. Then you can probably not going to see it, but there's 15 millimeter spacers behind the Rackless mount, and then a 17.5 millimeter spacer that is for the rear rack mount. And it gets mounted to this point and then underneath to here. If you can see that with a bolt. There's the taper bolts that hold the actual rack onto the rack mounts. And that's how it looks on the other side. Same way. I don't know if I'm bothered that I didn't get the rear guard, the pan for the bottom of the motorcycle. I may go back and order that after I start uploading these videos. Big fan of Outback Motortek. Did not sponsor this video. Again, I have yet to see a video that shows you how to mount those, the Rackless system and the rear rack. Let's go look at the crash bars. Outback Motortek crash bars. Have a video on the installation of that. The Rackless protection to keep your bag, your soft-sided bags, from getting into your tire, your brake, or your chain. So that's to keep them out away from the tire. And then you would run a strap down to, nice, give you a little mount here for it. Run your strap here. The bags would sit here across the top. That's how it looks on both sides. The rear rack is very sturdy. Don't like the rack that comes on my BMW GS. Really wanted to do a Lone Rider box on the back of that, but there's no adapter for it. So that's on there, and I'm ordering, not sure if I'm going to order Lone Rider or another brand of bags for the bike. So Marauders, that's it. I'm going to close out the video. I really want to ride it. I'm going to close out the video. Please, please subscribe to the channel. Please, it's free. Please subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up on the video, share it with a friend, and like it. Well, like it is a thumbs up. And thank you for coming back to my channel, spending your valuable time with me on the channel. I hope you learned something. Easy installation. Actually, it was quick. You just I got a little screwed up my mind with those spacers. Once I got behind that, it went fine. I'm really looking forward to riding this bike on the road and off-road. We're gonna get her off-road this year. Thank you, guys. Woohoo! Battery's going down on my camera. Beautiful bike, isn't it? I like the stand. I like the spools. I got to put the spools on the 990. It's almost ready to go. I have my hand guards off my KTM EXCF 500 that my dealer Hebler Sales and Service, who sold me my KTMs, they took off that bike. I have to mount those on here. One of the people at the shop made some spacers for them, so I'll get those crash handlebar guards that everyone liked. Some of my other videos on the bike. Take care, guys. She's ready to go.